Hey there, can you imagine what it would be like to have thousands of people cheering just for you? I mean, imagine what it was like. We just got done watching the NCAA tournaments. If you were one of the stars of one of those teams and your team wins, and just hearing everybody cheer for you, or maybe if you were in a Super Bowl and you were the winning, on the winning team, and just hearing the people applaud you for your effectiveness and for your skill, your ability, and it would be amazing, wouldn't it? You know what's even more amazing, I think, is if you had thousands and thousands of people cheer for you because you'd made a difference in their life. If thousands of people just cheered and praised your name, praised the name of God for what you had done to bring them from a life of hopelessness to a life of hope, wouldn't that be amazing? You would think so, right? Not always. This is Jonah, part 4. We have talked about Jonah, the prophet of God, who decided to rebel. God told him to go east. Jonah went west. We talked about the fact that Jonah experienced grace in the belly of a whale, God releasing or forgiving him and giving him a second chance, protecting him from total hopelessness. We talked about the fact that Jonah had the second opportunity to go and preach to people he didn't like. In fact, he hated. But another thing interesting about Jonah, Nineveh was a city of 120,000 people. Imagine that. So it was a huge city. Nineveh was in the old Assyrian Empire, which means it was the same empire where people like Daniel and Elijah, Daniel and Isaiah and others had ministered to. But it was also a city of tremendous evil and hatred, especially towards the Jews. Jonah went into that city as God called him to do something that he did not want to do. He went in and he preached hellfire and brimstone. I mean, he let them have it. If you guys do not straighten up, if you guys don't do what you're supposed to do, God is going to smite you. You've got 40 days to get your acts together, people. Otherwise, you are in big trouble. That was kind of the message that Jonah gave to the people. And you know what happened? Something amazing happened. People listened to him. The king listened to him. They all repented, they all fasted, they wept, they mourned, they asked God's forgiveness, and they prayed to him that he would save them. Jonah, in the meantime, he went out and sat on the hillside waiting to see what would happen. And then he noticed that God did not do what God said. Actually, God did do what he said, because God said, if you don't repent, I will destroy you. They repented. God did not destroy them. And Jonah was so angry. He had an opportunity to make a huge difference, but his anger and hatred kept him from seeing the accomplishment that he'd really had. Jonah sat out beside the city. God sent a bush that would grow up over him to keep him sheltered from the sun. And Jonah was relaxed. And then God sent a worm to eat the vine, and the branches and the leaves fell, and he was sitting there, and he just said, why don't you just kill me? Jonah said, just kill me, God. I knew you would do this. I knew you were a merciful God. I knew that you would be kind to the Israelites. I knew you would do that. And he didn't say it with praise and honor and glory. He said it with anger. He did not want to see those people come to faith in God. Here's the point of the story, I think, on this last part of the story, and that is, do what God asks you to do. But don't get angry when he does things the way he wants and they don't agree with you. We never know the impact that we can have on people. You know what? That's really what it's about. I had a chat with someone the other day that talked about the importance of money. Money is good. Peace is good. Health is good. But you know what? Making an impact in other people's lives, that's eternal, and that counts for something. Don't forget the story of Jonah. Don't forget what God can do for you. Have a great day.